All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bashem Yahushua, Bashem Rakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to the Akyam, to the elect that are scattered across the four corners of this earth, pushing this truth out in faith and sincerity. I'm the brother Shema Allah from the Great Millstone Houston Camp. And this is going to be a lesson going into Matthew 13 and the 44th verse. You know, basically going into the treasures that's laid up for us, right, which is the kingdom of heaven. You see, because the Israelites, which are the Negroes, Latinos, and the Native Americans, they have a kingdom coming, right? Rulership over the entire planet Earth and the universe, right? Under Yahweh Shai, right? The Son of the Heavenly Father, right? Because you go into the scriptures, the Most High made promises unto Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and to their seed after them. You see, and we are those, we are that seed, right? And that promise is getting ready to come into effect. You see, real soon, right? We're going to have the heat of subjection, and we're going to be back in our land, right? And enjoying the earth, you know, at its full potential. You see, but I'm going to start right here in the 44th verse in Matthew 13. It says, "Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto treasure hid in a field." All right, so we have access to treasure now, right, through this knowledge. This is Romans 11 and 33. It says, "Oh, the depth of the riches, both of the wisdom and knowledge of the Most High. How unsearchable are his judgments and his ways past finding out." So it says, the depth of the riches of the wisdom and knowledge. So this knowledge is also referred to as riches, right? Because this is the greatest riches that anyone could have, right? Understanding the times, understanding what's going to happen, right? Understanding these scriptures, being able to break down these mysteries. You see, knowing how to please the Heavenly Father. You see, these are riches, right? Now let's go back to Matthew 13 and 44 says, "Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto treasure hid in a field." Oh yeah, and also Salaki. Yeah, it says, "Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto treasure hid in a field." Right, and we have access to the kingdom also through this knowledge. So Yahweh Shai said that the kingdom of heaven is within you, right? It comes not by observation. You see, good. This is what's going to give us access to the kingdom, be able to be saved. All right, this knowledge. It says, "The which when a man hath found, he hideth, and for joy thereof goeth and selleth all that he hath, and buyeth that field." You see, so when you first come into this truth, hey, it's a great feeling finding out who you are, right? Finding out what's coming, and you know that we have curses on us that's going to be lifted soon, right? That's why the scriptures speak about this knowledge being as honey. When you first come into this thing, right, into this truth, it's sweet, right? You can't stop talking about it, thinking about it, putting all these hours of studying and reading. You see, you just want to tell everybody, right? It says, "For joy thereof goeth and selleth all that he had, and buyeth that field." You see, so in all actuality, we gotta Like, it's gonna take giving up everything on this side to gain the kingdom of heaven, right? To get salvation, right? It's gonna take denying yourself, and putting this truth before everything, right? Because as we come to the truth, like we don't matter what we got going on down here. Don't matter more than the Most High's business. You see. So let me get let's see. Second Ezra 7:6. It says, "There is also another thing. A city is builded and set upon a broad field, and is full of all good things." That's talking about the kingdom of heaven, right? Because it's going to be full of good things for the children of Israel, right? Most High says at his right hand there are pleasures evermore. It says, "The entrance thereof is narrow, and it sets in a dangerous place to fall, like as there were a fire on the right hand, on the left a deep water." That's that straight gate, right? Yahushua was talking about. You see? Because when you come to the truth, you got to go through that straight gate, which is the path of difficulty, right? It says there was a fire on the right hand, right? Trials and tribulations. On the left, a deep water. Philosophies, right? So on either side, it's dangerous things that can pull you off of the path. It says, only one path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once. If this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance? Right. So it says only one man can go in there at once. All right. So each of us as individuals are going to have to make decisions, you see, and go through this path on our own, all right, for ourselves. All right. We're going to have help. We're going to have help from other brothers. That's what brothers are for edifying and building up, right, comforting and exhorting. All right, but you got to walk that walk, you see. And to get the kingdom, it's going to take sacrificing your the things in this world, right? Because we are in this laboring for much better things, all right, things that cannot even compare unto what's coming. It speaks about that in Romans 8 chapter. Ain't nothing gonna be able to compare to this. See, so we got to give up so-called worldly treasures that that these people, right, have value in, right, and focus on the kingdom of heaven. That's not saying you got to go broke or it's actually just cast off everything, but just putting this truth before everything that you do, right, and walking in wisdom, right, knowing what you can and cannot do. The scriptures say use the word, but don't abuse it. All right, so this is Matthew 19:27. It says, "Then answered Peter and said unto him, Behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore?" Right, starting off in Matthew 13, it spoke about, a man selling all that he had to buy that field. All right, which is likened unto the kingdom of heaven. This is like the same thing. It says, "Then answered Peter and said unto him, Behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore?" And Yahushua said unto them, "Verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me, in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, He also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. So he's telling them that they were going to be in top positions in the kingdom. Right? When Yahweh Shai was began his rule, right, they were going to be ruling as well. And that goes for the 144,000 as well, right? The chosen men that were with Yahweh Shai from the beginning. It says, and everyone that has forsaken houses or brethren or sisters or father or mother or wife or children or lands for my name's sake shall receive 100-fold and shall inherit everlasting life. So everything that you have forsaken on this side, you're going to get it back. Right? Everything you forsaken, that and much more. Right? Once you get the kingdom, bro, everything, it's gonna be like, man, look, it was worth it. You see, giving up everything that you have here, right? If you have to, if it gets in the way of this truth, the things that we're gonna receive, bro, it's gonna be worth it. Right? That's why when you read the stories about the apostles, right, and the believers, right, the deaths that they didn't suffer, the persecution that they didn't endure, because they already knew, they was with Yahweh Shai. Acts the first chapter said Yahweh Shai spoke about the kingdom with them, for like 40 days and 40 nights, and asked them, you here? You finna restore this now? You know, bro, they already understood, like, man, there ain't nothing better than this or greater than this. Right? So yeah, man, at the end, man, everything's gonna be worth it. It said, he that endured to the end shall be saved, right? So yeah, that's what we gotta do. That's all we gotta do is just endure, be patient, right? And walk in sincerity and in truth in the Yahweh Shai, you know, and stay in prayer. So with that, I hope brothers edified and say Shalom.